Good evening, fellow resin heads and kit builders. Welcome back to the Figure Kit Garage. Brent Krug back with another out-of-the-box review. This review is going to be on the kit that you see in front of you. This was the third release from Typhon Studios and Mike Calvert. 1/4 scale bust of the Phantom of the Opera, sculpted by Kent Kidwell. This kit goes for 75 Great British pounds, which translates to 103.03 US. It is still available through Typhon Studios, and I will leave a link to Typhon Studios down below to where you can contact Mike to see if he has any of his other kits available, which he has quite a few. This kit was a giveaway that was graciously donated by Mike to the Model Club TV YouTube channel. And everybody had a fair chance to win it. All you had to do was send him an email to modelclubtv@gmail.com. Jason Walker, one of the hosts, responded back with your ticket number. And the most recent episode, which was episode 19 that aired on March the 30th, they drew the number and announced the name. And that name was not mine, but it was Virginia Peters, my fiance. So I decided to go ahead and do this review, and on her behalf, to Mike Calvert and Jason Walker and Scott Johansson, we want to send a very big thank you to all of you for doing this giveaway. This is the first kit she's actually won in any kind of giveaway, and she was really excited when I told her that her name had been announced. So thank you to all three of you guys. Scott, I know your surgery was on the 1st of this month, and I hope you're doing well. Get better and get back on Model Club TV. We miss you. This is a really amazing bust in that the sculpt is done so perfectly that you couldn't ask for a better way to capture the Phantom of the Opera. It's done almost as if this is the reveal from the film where the mask is ripped off of his face and you see the grotesque image of Lon Chaney Jr. in his self-made makeup as the Phantom. And we're going to start with the base, which comes in six pieces. It's 9 pieces total. And these are the bottom and the upper half of the base. And this is where the bust will actually sit into. But Kent did an extraordinary job of texturing this to look like sculpted stone. Very unique. Dry brushing and wash opportunities are almost limitless. Cleanly cast, absolutely no cleanup in any way, shape, or form. Really, really nicely done. And these will be the 4 pieces that will form where the Phantom will sit. And beautiful Phantom of the Opera nameplate sculpted right onto it. Hope you can see that, guys, really well. Just really gorgeous, nicely designed. And these will be the 2 side pieces. And Virginia wasn't sure that she wanted to take this little stack of pieces apart and see how it fit. Well, honey, don't worry, I didn't break anything, but I figured out how it goes together. And then the back wall part of it. And as you can see, sorry for the camera shake, beautiful box art that accompanied the kit, and this Typhon Studio sticker on the side. I'll set that down here and get that out of the way. And we'll start with the bottom of the base. The little back wall sits right down inside. The side piece. And the front piece. And it's a really tight fit. This kit was really well engineered to be very easy to put together and glue. And then this last piece will slide into the side, like so. And then the top part of the pedestal We'll slide over the top, and there's your base. Incredibly easy to put together. Needs no gap filling in any way, shape, or form. Looks completely natural. Just a really, really beautiful setup. All the way around. Nicely designed. Well engineered. Can't say anything more about that. Then we have the upper half of the bust, or lower half, excuse me, detailing the Phantom's clothing. The tie, the jacket. Cleanup has been already done. Kent Kidwell, 2019. And this is definitely kind of a little bit of a collector's piece now, because Kent recently announced that he is going to be stepping away from producing resin kits and figures, and he's going to be moving on to other things, fine art, bronzing, and things of that nature. And Kent, you'll be missed in the garage kit world, but wish you all the luck in your new adventures. I hope you succeed, I really do. And this will be the first portrait, the mask that he wears during the film before his reveal. And it's kind of hard to see. Let me get the light on here a little bit better. You can actually see the sculpted eyes inside the mask. That's exceptional attention to detail. Just amazing all the way around. And you can see the mask doesn't all the way fit all the way. Beautiful hair detail. And even the little hat that he wears, nicely sculpted right down to the little creases along the stitching areas. Just really gorgeous. And that will fit, turn the camera back up, will fit just like so. And she has already discussed magnetizing the portraits, but the fit into the neck area, with the collar and everything, is absolutely perfect. There's no seam line work whatsoever. It hides it really, really well deep inside the jacket collar, and it just looks amazing. And for a 1/4 scale bust like this, this has a really, really small footprint, to say the least. See if I can find my trusty ruler here. Looking at about 3.5 inches wide by just a little over 4 inches deep. That is not a space dealer. And overall, this is right around just a hair under 12 inches tall. Drop my ruler, sorry for the noise. For a 1/4 scale bust to be that small in foot space on a shelf, that's nothing. That's exceptionally well engineered to take up as little room as possible. And now we will take a look at the portrait number 2, Lon Chaney Jr. in his full reveal makeup. Kent did an absolutely phenomenal job on this portrait, capturing Lon Chaney Sr. at his most grotesque, and was probably his most well-known makeup that he created for himself. Inner mouth detail, the teeth are individually sculpted. This cast is absolutely amazing. Usually trying to get teeth like that for most producers is a real nightmare, but they were able to really hit the nail right on the head with this cast. The hair detail, really, really nice. Sorry about the focus. Sculpted as it was on the other portrait, except you get a little bit more. Really, really terrifying looking portrait. And for those of you who are not into classic horror films, you heard me say it correctly. Lon Chaney Sr. was the only, and I still believe is the only, actor who ever did his own makeup. I don't think anybody has ever come close to touching that or even tried. He did his own makeup for The Hunchback, The London After Midnight Vampire, and The Phantom of the Opera. And we'll fit that portrait right up here into the bust itself. Just an amazing overall piece. Either way you display this, you can't go wrong, and the availability to switch out at will, you know, it's there. I think it looks better with the makeup reveal, but even having the hidden face under the mask definitely lends a little bit of a mystery to what it looks like underneath. So definitely contact Mike Calvert. This is still available. I'll leave contact information for Typhon Studios on Facebook. You can get a hold of him there. And while I'm at it, Typhon Studios has done quite a few releases within the last couple of years. The very first kit that they ever released was the Wolfman bust in 1/4 scale. The second one was is a very popular rendition of the Frankenstein monster, kind of sneaking around a castle wall. Really beautifully done. They've also done the Smilodon from Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger, David Kessler and the Nazi Demon from David's Nightmare in An American Werewolf in London, the Broadway stage play version of Bela Lugosi as Dracula, which is a really gorgeous kit. Of course, the Boris Karloff, Jack Pierce 2-bust tribute set, which was a very limited release and is sold out. He has an up-and-coming 3-bust set in 1/8 scale of the Frankenstein monster, Victor Frankenstein, and Fritz from the 1931 film. That's sculpted by Jeff Yeager, and the 3 busts together on 1 base and 1/8 scale actually looks really incredible. I know a lot of people jumped onto that the list for that. I think there's like 76 names altogether, and I had to pass that one up. I had other commitments to other kits, and he does have a really amazing looking Boris Karloff as Imhotep from the 1931 film The Mummy that is supposed to be coming up in May, and that's one I plan on jumping on because I think it's the first time that that image of Karloff in Egyptian outfit has ever been done, and Jeff Yeager nailed the likeness beautifully. So check out Typhon Studios on Facebook, scroll through all their stuff and see what they've got. Contact Mike, see what he has available. You might be surprised. As well with Typhon Studios, and thank you to Mike Calvert for donating the kit, definitely got to mention Model Club TV. Jason Walker and Scott Johansson have been doing an outstanding job of keeping the hobby fires burning, so to speak. They talk about everything from movies to what's on their workbench, new kits coming out, new kit reviews, everything under the sun, the bicker and banner. It's actually fun to watch more than anything else. And they've also had guests that they brought in that have been a part of the figure kit hobby for a lot of years. And just a list of guests, you know, that they've had thus far. And Steve Riojas was initially a part of it, and he stepped away to do other things. But they've had Terry Webb from Amazing Figure Modeler, Neil DeConte, Phil Kupka, Matt Lawrence from Starlighting Productions, Jeff Yeager, Mark Wordling from Pestilence Labs, Troy Nayert from Shadow Creations, who's been leading the way, re-releasing the 2 figures from Fright Night that the late John Tuckey from Exo Facto had tried to get released, but due to health issues had to stop short. So Troy has been working with Jeff Yeager to get those re-released. He was also working with Mark Brokaw, and I believe Mark Worthling's going to jump in on that as well. But he's going to be re-releasing the Jerry Dandridge on the staircase, as well as, I believe sometime soon, the Peter Vincent, played by Roddy McDowall. And as well, Bill Monster Jones, who had one of the most amazing figure kit collections that he was gracious enough to show off on camera. If you guys aren't subscribing to Model Club TV, you guys need to be. If you're not, you know, if there's one thing out of an episode that trips your trigger, so to speak, it'll be in there somewhere. So definitely check out Model Club TV, check out Typhon Studios on Facebook. I hope everybody out there is staying safe and staying healthy. Things are actually looking up in a big, big way for us out here in California. Virginia and I were actually able to go to a movie theater for the first time in over a year about 2 weeks ago. And we decided to go see the film Nobody with Bill Odenkirk. If you haven't seen it, go see it because he does an amazing job. We're actually able to do dine-in for my stepdaughter's 18th birthday next Thursday. We've been waiting a year for that one as well. So things are starting to loosen up a lot. Dine-ins allowed, movie theaters are allowed. We just stepped into the less restrictive orange tier, which means that movie theaters, shopping malls, dine-in can actually go up to 50% of capacity. And if everything stays true to form and the COVID rates keep going down, our governor decided that they are going to reopen the state's economy on June 15th. That was an eye-opener, to say the least. Oh, shame on me. I forgot one thing. With a Typhon Studios kit. Shame on me. If you think that this is all you're going to get with a Typhon Studios kit, think again. Mike Calvert has established himself as someone who wants to do a little extra for every kit that he sends out. The Karloff Pierce kit, I found this out. There were a bunch of really cool extras that added to the nuance of the kit, not just the kit itself. And with this kit, a beautiful certificate of authenticity. You have purchased a limited edition Typhon Studios original. Lon Chaney Sr. is the Phantom of the Opera, sculpted by Kent Kidwell in 1/4 scale, number 34, signed by Mike Calvert. A beautiful golden seal, raised seal, and a photo of the Phantom on the side. Very, very nice. And tied off very nicely with a piece of string, like an actual document. Slip it right back over so it's nice and secure. And then there's this little red envelope, the Typhon Studios seal on it, where thoughts become things. I love that kind of intro for Typhon Studios. It really fits. It really, really does. The little bonuses that she got with this kit, and this is not a cheap envelope either. You know, nice gold foil inside, really thick. She gets 4 Phantom of the Opera stickers. I believe this is a sticker, possibly. I could be wrong, it just could be printed on paper. The Jaeger Army. If you're not aware of what that is, go check out the Jaeger Army on Facebook. These are kits that are sculpted exclusively by Jeff Jaeger and are available nowhere else. Typhon Studio stickers, garage kits for everyone, in the old Aurora style logo. And this beautiful card with the box art, the Phantom of the Opera. But that's not all. The piano musical score in miniature. This is really, really cool. The Phantom of the Opera. Sheet music. Really amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really rather envious of this, but she won it fair and square, so I can't really bitch. And the Grand Opera from the film Masquerade Ball, admit 1 ticket. How cool is that? To get stuff like this with a kit that adds that little bit of history to it, just makes getting the kit worthwhile. And I believe he has done the same thing with the Lugosi stage play Dracula. I think also with the Frankenstein. I'm not sure about the Wolfman, to be brutally honest. I really don't know. But Mike has really set himself up as somebody who wants to give not just the kit, but the whole package along with it. And he does an amazing job. So check out Typhon Studios on Facebook. Check out Model Club TV. I'll leave the links down below. Check out those guys, Jason Walker and Scott Johansson. Subscribe to them if you're not already. It's well worth your time and your effort. This has been an out-of-the-box review from the Figure Kit Garage. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe, social distance. Have a wonderful weekend. Build a kit.